is a scorching summer Saturday night in Portland, Oregon, as Portland Timbers 2 is back home for the second straight week. It's the first ever meeting between these two clubs, T2 welcoming Reno 1868 FC to Providence Park. Good evening and welcome to our broadcast booth above the pitch here at Providence Park. Jake Zivin alongside Matt Borchers. It's hot in Portland. That's the storyline of the weekend. The Timbers-Sounders game tomorrow night moved from 1 p.m. to 7:30 because of the heat. And tonight, mid-90s at kickoff. This match always scheduled for this time, but it's going to be hot out there.
It's going to be a scorcher, Jake. And I mean, just for the players out there, fatigue is going to be a factor, and the ball is not going to pass as quickly as you want it to. Expect those things to be factors in this game because of that heat.
Portland Timbers 2 welcoming a Portland Timbers first-teamer back to the pitch for this match. Right back Chance Meyer, signed in the offseason after a long and successful career with Sporting Kansas City. He's been injured the past couple of months. He's returning to fitness. We expect him to play about a half tonight.
Yeah, and he's an experienced MLS player. I expect him to do his job positionally at right back and then get up and get some crosses in the final third.
For Reno, they feature one of the best goal scorers in USL history. Well, literally the best. Dane Kelly, 60 goals in his career. That's most of any player ever. This year, he's on 12 goals, which is now second in the USL because Charleston's Romario Williams had a brace earlier tonight.
I mean, if I'm a center back in this game, are you kidding me? I am definitely focusing on this guy. I do not want him to touch the ball in my penalty box at all.
Williams passed him earlier today, 13 now. Kelly tries to take back that lead tonight. Here's the starting lineup for Portland Timbers 2 and head coach Andrew Greger, a 4-2-3-1. You see Chance Myers at right back, Michael Amick, Max Hornstill pair in the middle. And up top, I think Jeremy Ibobisi's inclusion will raise some eyebrows. His first match with T2 in about 2 months. He was away with the under-20s at the World Cup, then on the first-team bench, now making his third appearance with T2.
I'm really interested just to see how many touches Ibobisi's able to get in the middle third, in the final third, really, and how many dangerous chances he can create.
Portland Timbers 2 and Reno 1868 FC will have Reno's starting lineup when we return and kick off in the first ever matchup between these two clubs. Coming up when we return.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track.
Oh, hey. She's cute. Nice going, man.
Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, we're back from Portland, Oregon, Providence Park, the site of tonight's matchup between Reno 1868 and Portland Timbers 2. First of 3 matches between these teams this season, Reno's inaugural year in the USL. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Reno 1868. They play a 4-4-2. A diamond formation is what we're expecting. Again, we mentioned it before the top eight. Kelly, the all-time leading goal scorer in USL history, will start up top alongside former Philadelphia Union forward Antoine Hoppeneau. But it's the right side that you want to look at, especially if you're a T2 fan. Seth Kasipley, Brent Richards, both played the past 2 seasons with Portland Timbers 2. They return to their old club tonight.
Yeah, you think there's going to be any extra fire or motivation for those guys coming back here? I think so. It's going to be interesting to see how those guys come out and play.
Also, the debut for Darwin Espinal, signed by Reno this week, was considered one of, if not the best player in the PDL this season, making his Reno 1868 debut just a few days after signing. Well, it is a hot one here tonight. Portland Timbers 2 trying to get off the schneid. Just 1-12-1 this season, 4 points. Their lone win a couple months ago at the Sacramento Republic, but hoping for better results here in the future. Reno 1868 FC have been one of the best attacking teams in USL this season. 29 goals scored, that's second most in the league. They currently sit in 7th place in the West, 18 points. A win today, however, would put them into 3rd place, pending other results from tonight. Our referee is Michael Radchuk, and we are underway. Portland Timbers 2 and Reno 1868.
Really interested to see, Jake, really how the Reno team comes out in their midfield shape. You know, are they going to play as a diamond? Are they going to hug the touch lines with the wingers? It'll be interesting to see how T2 adjusts as well.
It's direct early on from Reno, looking for Dane Kelly. Max Orn still battling. Chance Myers was there as well. Here's Kelly coming forward. That's off Dane Kelly. It'll be a T2 throw. Well, if they do play in the diamond as they've been doing, Matt Borchers, I don't know many people that know it better in American soccer than you. Of course, those famous Salt Lake teams that played the diamond won an MLS Cup in that formation. What is difficult about playing against a team like that?
Well, teams in the diamond formation, really, they're built to possess the ball. So they're looking to get both of their outside wingers. They're not wingers, they're actually center midfielders. So they're usually tucking in and trying to get possession. And as the attacking team, as the opposition, it's really tough to get the ball from those kinds of teams sometimes, because it just seems like you're really overloaded in the midfield once the outside backs start getting involved, and really creates some difficult opportunities to get the ball back.
I think Tomas Granito will say he meant to do that right there, letting it play back to Kendall McIntosh. Max Orn still making the start at center back today alongside Michael Amick. Now there is Chance Myers. Second appearance for T2 this season. His last one was back on April 16th. It's been a couple months. He's been out for a couple months with an injury. Long-time Sporting Kansas City player since 2008. Played 9 seasons there, won an MLS Cup. Now with the Timbers.
Can't believe you brought that one up, Jake.
Yeah, sorry, Nat. Sore subject, I know. 2013. Mohamed, now here is Jeremy Ebobisse, his first touch of the match. Out wide to Kyle Bjornathan. His cross was blocked, still not clear from Reno. Brent Richards, the former Portland Timber 2 player, sends it off of Bjornathan for a goal kick. Ian Russell in his first season on the Reno bench, the inaugural head coach for Reno 1868 FC. It's been a successful first season for them. They've been scoring a lot of goals. Had a 7-game unbeaten streak snapped on Monday by Real Monarchs, who is on a historic winning streak. Lowe knocks it down for Bijev. Morel. Kelly. Espinal. Back to Morel. First test for Chance Myers. Does well to deal with the speedy Darwin Espinal. Granito across midfield direct to Ebobisse. Laid it off for Mohamed.
It's well done by Ebobisse. Good
give and go between Ebobisse and Omar Mohamed. Mohamed coming forward with speed. Tried to draw a foul on Ockford. It was not given, but it is off Jimmy Ockford, and it will be a corner kick. There's Andrew Greger. He's in his 2nd season in charge of Portland Timbers 2. And the first corner kick of the match coming now for T2. Villian Bijev will take this corner. It's to the near post, flicked on, dangerous spot. Mohamed is there, can't put it on goal, still not clear, and Bersano pounces. That was a chance in the 5th minute that T2 will want back.
Yeah, look at this as Michael Amick almost gets a little bit on it right there, just misses him. Another chance for T2. Reno's able to get it.
It was Brent Richards with the key block on Omar Mohamed, who didn't seem to hit it as well as he would have wanted. It was a total logjam there in the middle. Here's Antoine Hoppeneau. Matt LaGrassa. Now Brent Richards. Big switch from Richards. Brenton Griffiths, former member of the Colorado Rapids in MLS. Jordan Morrell. Espinal, Reno, patient in their build-up here.
Yeah, really seeing the Reno team setting up in that diamond formation. Those outside midfielders tucking in, getting the ball. This is just so difficult if you're the T2 team to win possession back.
Bobasi did well to keep possession, though this might be a giveaway in the end. It is. Lowe gets it back for T2 off of Kelly. Terrell Lowe started now a third straight match. He's played in 5 straight. Signed with T2 about a month ago now, May 10th. He's just 19 years old, former Timbers Academy member. Played 1 season at the University of Virginia before turning pro. Cicerone looking through for Mohammed. It's a good ball. Richards knocks Mohammed off the ball, no call. Bjornathan to Bijev. Ockford takes it away. LaGrassa coming forward, and he draws a foul. Four goals for William Bijev this season. Scored his 4th on a penalty kick last week. T2's lone goal in a 3-1 loss to Oklahoma City Energy. Started all but 1 match this season. T2 will have to defend this set piece. Chris Weehan over it. Didn't get it past the first man Low, but it'll be another chance. Chip to the back post. Ockford is offside. The flag is up. Mohammed gets in between LaGrassa and Richards, finds Bijev. And then Granito puts it behind Myers and out for a throw. Chance Myers in his 10th MLS season. Hasn't played for the first team yet. Shouts for offside. It's not given. It's Hopino. Back to Espinal. Myers cuts it out. Gets it to midfield. Bobasi holding off Griffiths. Draws a foul.
This is a situation where I want to see Bobasi really take a good first touch, get away from that center back, and keep that possession. Fortunate to win the foul there.
We spoke to him about a week ago. It's been an odd year for him, not really in a bad way, but he's kind of been coming and going ever since he was drafted by the Timbers. Was in for preseason for a little bit, then went away with the US U20s to camp, then came back, then went to the CONCACAF championships, won by the US, then came back for a little bit, then went to the FIFA World Cup, U20 World Cup over in South Korea. Finally now back and settled in for the summer as Jeremy Bobasi. As you're taking a look at Terrell Lowe and Kyle Bjornathan.
I'm just exhausted to hear you talk about his travel schedule. I mean, That makes things difficult when you're a player. You really want to get that consistency. You want to make sure that you're getting those reps in, and it makes it tough when you're traveling with different teams and different situations, especially as a young player.
A lot of miles for Jeremy Ebobisse. Seemed excited to be back and get some games with the Timbers, whether it be the first team or T2. Andrew Greger told me earlier today before the match, this is important for Jeremy Ebobisse, these matches. He's got to score goals at this level if he wants to play for the first team.
That's well done there from Ebobisse.
Big switch, was trying to find Bjornathan. Richards got his head to it, still made it to Bjornathan. Bjornathan's cross off of Ockford. It might be a chance for Ebobisse. It is! He hit it off Cicerone. Still not clear, and Kasipli then gets it to midfield. Handball called, I believe, on Michael Amick. Ball jumped up and hit him in the hand. Here's a look at the previous chance.
This all starts from Ebobisse's hold-up play. He gets a second crack at it, gets his head down. Nice technique. Unfortunately, hits his own player.
Looked like it may have been going wide. He did hit it well. But here's now a dangerous set piece for Reno after the handball on Amick.
A lot of big bodies in the box for Reno.
Griffiths, Ockford, the center backs are forward. Weehan whips it in, and it's out off of a T2 player. It will be a corner kick for Reno, their first of this match.
A lot of big bodies in the box there. Looks like it might have just gone off Chance Myers there, out for a corner.
Kendall McIntosh, fourth in the USL with 35 saves, sets his back line. Weehan, 5 assists this season, floats it towards the penalty spot. It's headed on and wide of the net. It will be another corner kick. That was a very good opportunity. It was Matt LaGrossa who was able to get a free look at it.
You can see they're really setting up for that play, playing it long to the far side there. LaGrossa is able to get his head on the ball, redirect it over to the near post.
Second corner in is punched away by McIntosh. Not clear. LaGrossa tried to put it on frame, was unable to. Ninth start of the season for Kendall McIntosh, who was signed to the Timbers' first team in the offseason. Essentially kind of a swap, roster swap with Wade Hamilton. Last year, Wade Hamilton was the third keeper on the Timbers. McIntosh was signed to T2. In the offseason, they kind of flipped. McIntosh now signed to the first team as the third keeper, and Hamilton signed to T2. McIntosh has yet to make his MLS debut. Has been on the bench a few times.
He's been impressive too. I've enjoyed watching him. Fantastic shot stopper. Really quick cat-like reflexes. I want to come up with a good nickname for him because he just got this really instantaneous ability to move and shift and deflect shots.
Not the tallest guy, but sounds like with that description. Well, we'll get to this in a moment. This could be a chance. It is a chance. It's Weehan. It's saved by McIntosh. Like a cat coming off his line, and it's out for a corner.
Ask and you shall receive. Fantastic save from Mr. McIntosh.
Dang. Well, and it was Chris Weehan.
Weehan making the run out of midfield. McIntosh making himself big. What a big save it is for T2.
A corner to defend now. Again, it's floated in. This time it's Bijev with a defensive header. Another cross to defend, most likely. Espinal curls it in. Again, it's Bijev. And it will be another corner kick, fourth one in a matter of minutes for Reno.
These are the times, if you're T2, you really got to buckle down and absorb this pressure. Get the ball out, get it up the field, and get it into the other end of the field, man, because these are really difficult situations to deal with.
Weehan, this time he kind of drives it in. Didn't get past Cicerone. Only as far as Kasipli. Down the line, Weehan. He's got a lot of room. Carries it into the box. Sends it across. It falls for Ockford. It's blocked by, I think, Bjornathan. No, it was Amick who blocked it. T2 still struggling to get it clear. Finally, Ebobisse gets it to midfield.
Fantastically done by Michael Amick.
Well, the past couple of minutes, Reno has put the pressure on T2. McIntosh with the save on Weehan, and then Amick with the block on Ockford. Keeping it level. And that's a veteran move from Chance Myers to head it back to his keeper. T2 can calm things down.
You could kind of feel that play building, Jake, just in the way that Reno was able to get this pressure and able to put the Timbers under it for a little while. And they've got to be careful here. Make sure they get the ball out of their end of the field and try to get a chance for their own.
Horn still. This ended up working out as Cicerone got it. Now Bijev. Cicerone continues his run down the right side. Chance to cross. First time ball in. Cut out by Ockford. Falls into the area. Ibobasi. Mohammed couldn't get a shot off. He was converged on by LaGrossa and Richards. T2 will reset. High pressure from Reno. LaGrossa took it away from Lowe, who was forced to foul.
Really would have liked to see Mohammed take that chance a little bit quicker if he could. He hesitated for just a minute. Reno, credit to them for being able to close him down quickly.
Bijev, good ball, finds Mohammed. Left it for Ibobasi, not enough on that ball. It allowed Reno to recover. Here comes Dane Kelly. Weehan, Hoppino making runs into the middle. Kelly one-on-one with Amick. Still Kelly. Sends it wide toward Espinal. Runs it down. Seth Kasipli back to Espinal. LaGrossa. Espinal spins around Granito. Now Hoppino. Hoppino into the area. Nobody went for it. And it's harmless.
Just watching the T2 center backs there marking against Kelly, and thought they did a very good job there making sure that he was accounted for in the box, because like I said before the game, he is going to be the guy who's going to be the most dangerous player for Reno, and T2 is going to have to keep track of him if they want to keep a clean sheet tonight.
12 goals for Dane Kelly for Ian Russell this year. He was USL's leading goal scorer like 3 hours ago, heading into today. When he woke up this morning, he was. But he was only one ahead of Charleston's Romario Williams, who had a brace in Charleston's 6-1 win over Toronto FC2 earlier today.
And you can see why he's such a good player. He's just got this really low center of gravity. He holds the ball up well, good first touch. The ball doesn't seem to run away from him too often, even though he's under a lot of pressure.
Scored 8 goals in the month of May, was USL Player of the Month, had back-to-back hat tricks in that month. First time in USL history that's happened. So he helps up young Torello. Looked like he was going to, and Lowe needed a little more time. McIntosh looped forward. Ockford heads it down to LaGrossa. Kasipli into the feet of Kelly. Gave it away. Cicerone, Bijev, wide to Myers.
I think one of the interesting things about defending in the diamond formation, Jake, is that you can really be exploited on the wings, because those outside midfielders really tuck in, and there's a ton of room there on the wings. If you can get your outside midfielders up, you can get your outside backs overlapping. There's a lot of times tons of space to really exploit in there.
There's a lot of room on the right for Chance Myers if T2 can get it to him. Andrew Greger told me earlier today they want to switch fields in this match. It's something that they're focused on. I think that they can exploit Reno, kind of go in a little heavy-handed to the side the ball's on if they can switch it quickly.
Yeah, and the pace of the ball is going to be super important for that, Jake. Just being able to get the ball, bop, 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 one side, then switch over to the other side and really catch them in that transition phase as that midfield four is shifting.
Torello. Granito is looking for Myers. Myers brings it down. It's a great ball. It's a good chance. If Bobasi couldn't turn it on goal.
And just as we're talking about it, Jake, the switch comes. Chance Myers, what a great first touch. Gets the ball across. Dangerous opportunity. Reno does a great job. If Bobasi just gets a little touch there, he's probably in.
Bjornathan. Granito can get to him. Lacrosse spins around Granito. Here comes the counter for Reno. Hoppano's got a lot of room on the right. He's got Kelly in the middle. Hoppano looking for Kelly. Orn still slides in and breaks it up. Now, T2 knew counters would be dangerous.
Orn still does so well here. Look at this, Jake. Follows the cross, able to get his foot in there, follows the run. Great run from Kelly.
Discussion right now between the referee Michael Radchuk and Benjamin Warren. He is assistant referee on the far side. You see Andrew Greger kind of with his hands up there. And this is there's quite a bit of confusion, but there's a free kick on top of the box. It was brought back, I mean, literally probably 5 or 10 seconds after whatever happened.
Yeah, I'm just as confused as you are. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
As play continued, and then Michael Radchuk brought it all the way back. So unsure of what happened, where the foul or violation was. But this is very dangerous for Reno. Just 18 yards from goal, and it looks like it's Chris Wehan over it. A couple other options. Kasipli is there. Hoppano is there, or rather, it's Espinal that's there in the picture. It's Wehan. It's Wehan, and it's punched away by McIntosh. Diving to his right, keeping it out.
McIntosh in excellent position to make this save. Good chance there. Still perplexed as to what the foul was or the issue, but you will have to play on.
Another corner for Reno. This one to the near post. Kelly can't put it on frame. 5th corner kick of the match for Reno at 1868 FC. Kendall McIntosh, 2nd time today really that he's come up big when called upon.
Yeah, again, I think just his ability to be in the right position when you're not a tall goalkeeper is so important.
He's listed at 6 feet. I think that might be a little generous. Hope it doesn't offend Kendall McIntosh. But he certainly has an elite athleticism.
Looks like just a little push there from Cicerone. Gets the call from the linesman. Perhaps a little bit of embellishment there from Griffiths.
Griffiths to Hoppano. Espinal looking for Kelly. Kelly went down and it runs to McIntosh.
Amick does a good job there. Just checks the run there of Kelly. Makes sure he's not able to run into that space in behind. That's very smart from the center back.
Darwin Espinal cuts inside. Hoppano wide to Kelly. Kelly trying it from distance. It's off Amick. He's looking for a handball, didn't get it. Kelly likes to shoot. Led USL in goals this morning. Just told you since been passed by Mario Williams. Also led USL in shots taken, 51. Just under 5 a match. Sipley, Weehan, let it run on. Warren still back to McIntosh. Not the best clearance from him. And LaGrassa fouls Lowe. And Terrell Lowe is going to get checked out by T2 athletic trainer Taichi Kitagawa as LaGrassa just came over the back.
Looks like the shoulder gets into Lowe right there pretty heavily, and he goes down. You really have to be careful in situations like this with the protocol, with concussions being the way they are in this sport.
Terrell Lowe appears to be okay as he comes off to the fourth official as Russell Cicerone. Tomas Granito getting ready to put it back into play. It's right to Matt Bersano, who hasn't had a ton to do in this first half. Giveaway by Reno. Ibobasi turns. Running at Ockford. Gets around Ockford. Ibobasi sends it wide in the net. It was a tough angle for Jeremy Ibobasi. Couldn't put it on frame. So here's a look at what we think may have happened. So this is when play was stopped. So whatever happened a good 5 or 10 seconds before this on the other side of the field, as we had that kind of odd free kick a few minutes ago.
And generally, you don't see situations arise like that where something's happened all the way down at the other end of the penalty box and 5 or 10 seconds has gone by. It's not like we're allowing play to continue.
If we can figure it out and show it to you, we certainly will as we continue to search, though.
It's not like there's an advantage being played there.
Right. Because Sipley threw towards Hoppino. Yeah, the ball came in with T2 that was allowed to play on. So we would have expected it to get whistled dead long before. LaGrassa wide to Richards. Weehan. Espinal broken up by Ornstill. Here comes Cicerone. Jordan Morrell battling with Russell Cicerone. Weehan. Long throw into the box. Amick gets it out.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching just the way that Reno's been able to keep the ball in this last recent sequence of possessions, and just the way that Espinal is tucking in and the way the outside backs are overlapping, and they're really creating some problems for T2 defensively.
Griffiths looking in the corner for Jordan Morel. Myers battling. It's off Morel last. Chance Myers. 15 minutes left in his day, we expect. Making his return from injury, getting a few games we'd expect with T2. Get him fully fit for availability for selection with the first team. Reno trying to get it to Kelly. Swept away by T2. Espinal cuts inside. Looking for Kelly. Warren still cut it off. Took too much time. Kelly got it back. Kelly towards Hopino. Great ball to Espinal, and it's saved by McIntosh. It was offside anyway, was Espinal. It was well worked by Reno in the buildup, but Espinal ultimately offside. It wouldn't have mattered as McIntosh made the save.
This play all starts with Kelly's work rate. He's able to get that big body in there, play the entry ball, ball's laid off, quick save. Great save from Kendall McIntosh. He's done well tonight.
First match for Darwin Espinal in a Reno 1868 kit, signed on Wednesday. He was previously with the South Florida Surf of the PDL. Spent the past 2 seasons with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, then in the NASL. Tampa Bay, of course, joined USL this year. Bobasi pressuring. Griffiths was able to get it to Espinal. T2 finally wins a throw.
I like that last sequence defensively for T2. They're able to get the ball over on this side of the pitch, able to press and win the ball back for a throw. Very important to do, especially against a team that's playing this diamond formation.
Ibobasi turns around LaGrassa, cuts inside. Big switch from Ibobasi, finds Bjornathan on the left. Isolated with Richards. Pokes it away, it'll be a T2 throw. Lowe, 2015 Timbers Academy Player of the Year. As you mentioned earlier, just 1 season at the University of Virginia, decided to get his pro career going at the age of 19. Came back home to sign with T2. Originally from Pocatello, Idaho, was in the RSL Academy before his parents moved to the Portland area, I believe, for a job. His father took a job here, and he decided to move to the Portland Timbers Academy. Saw significant playing time for T2 as an Academy member. Mostly last season, a little bit, I believe, in 2015. Now with T2 as a pro. Good turn from Bijev. Mohammed in the middle. He's looking for Bijev, but it was right to Griffiths. Morel went down. This is onside because it came off a Reno player. Bijev into the box, the back post, nobody there. Looked like Bijev was in an offside position, but the referee judged that that was intentionally played by Reno. Allow him to play on. Here's Espinal. All the way to the end line. came off Myers. It's easy for McIntosh.
And those transition moments are going to be really important for T2, just to make sure that when they lose the ball in possession in the attacking end of the field, they're getting those numbers back. You know, in that situation, it was difficult to see Hoppino not really getting back in his defensive position. I think he might be struggling a little bit with his heat, and you got to have cover there. Make sure that you're not giving up any of that space in that far left side.
It is hot today. It's about 95 at kickoff. Here comes Granito. Trying to cut around LaGrasso, won it well. In the low 90s now. Temperature will drop a few degrees by the end of this match. Important part is that there's no direct sunlight on this turf. Espinal cuts inside. Espinal curls to the back post. McIntosh went down to get it.
You can kind of see Espinal really wanting to get in on that right foot. Every time he comes in with the ball, he's cutting in on that right-hand foot, trying to get that opportunity to get to take a strike on the far post for Kendall McIntosh.
So had some work to do today, Kendall McIntosh. 2 really good saves already in this match. Espinal does well to get away from low. Cicerone battling, and a foul called. Delayed whistle after Michael Radchuk waited to see if advantage would materialize, so he brought it back a little bit for the restart, which Reno takes quickly. Richards cuts inside. Jornathan slides. Richards gets it to Kasipli. Wide to Hoppino. Hoppino floats it to the back post. McIntosh confident to catch. Kasipli slides in. Bobasi is still down. No call.
We're just talking about the opportunity for Reno to capitalize on the transition game against T2, and there's the opposite effect there. T2 being able to try to be opportunistic on the other side of the ball. They really need to make sure they connect that entry ball to Bobasi there, make sure they can get out in the break if there's that opportunity.
Richard sends it forward. It's right to Ornstill. Bijev turns, looks through for Muhammad. It was too heavy.
And seeing Bijev with a ton of space there. Unfortunately, he couldn't done better with that, but you know, he's got a ton of space in that in there in front of that back four for Reno, and they got to continue to find him, T2, and make sure that they're able to get him and get him turned on the ball, because he's the one that's really going to unlock the defense. He's the one who's going to be creating these chances for T2.
Andrew Greger, T2's head coach. Last year, William Bijev, 10 assists, led USL. He was first teamer. He doesn't have any yet this year. 14 matches now in his 15th. Does have 4 goals, which leads the team.
When your creator is struggling, you're obviously going to be struggling to score goals. So the more they can get Bijev on the ball, the more that he can get turned, the more chances they're going to be able to create.
And that has been the case for T2 this season. Just 8 goals this year, second fewest in the league. Hasn't been as difficult for Reno. They have poured it in. 29 goals scored, second in the league, just 3 behind Real Monarchs. Hopping out. It's Kasipli coming forward. He was trying to get it to Kelly. Ended up hitting it right into the run of Kasipli. Hopping out. Jornathan rises up to win the header. Wehan. Now Espinal. Try to get it back to him, unable to. Richards wide to Hoppino. Running at Bjornathan. Hoppino to the end line, keeps it in play, cuts it towards Kelly. It will be a goal kick. It's off of Dane Kelly last.
Hoppino doing really well to get to the end line here. Dangerous cross, dealt with fortunately by the T2. Thought it might have been actually a corner kick.
T2 will take the call for sure. This came off Griffiths, went to Cicerone. Griffiths is able to win it back. Hoppino, Kasipli making a big run forward. Instead, Hoppino goes middle of the pitch, Espinal. Low broke it up temporarily, now it's Weehan. Weehan from distance, fizzes wide.
Again, one of those transition moments. T2's got to get back. Kasipli with a great run opens up the space. Low does great to stop there, but Weehan falls to him. Great shot.
First half winding down here at Providence Park. This is part of the game that Andrew Greger was focused on last week against Oklahoma City. T2 scored in the 40th minute, went up 1-0, and then just 2 minutes later conceded to go to halftime 1-1. Andrew Greger told me today they were really stressing winning, how to win games, doing the little things, like in that case, not conceding a late goal in the half. Here's Richards running at Bjornathan. Richards sends it across. McIntosh a touch. And the offside flag up on Hoppino, as he was in the way of McIntosh, I think is what's being called.
Another great switch of play from Reno. Finds a space on the right-hand side. Richards going 1v1, able to get by. McIntosh with another fantastic save. Fortunate to be called offsides there for T2.
Well, Brent Richards is from Camas, Washington. This is his hometown. Camas is just on the other side of the river from Portland. Last 2 seasons with T2, played in 34 matches. Was on the Portland Timbers 2012 and 2013. Was their first ever homegrown signing. Played 6 times in MLS. Had knee injuries in 2013 that briefly derailed his soccer career. Came back in 2015 after missing the entire 2014 season. And is now in his 3rd season, kind of in his comeback tour, now in USL.
And Jake, to your point about being able to close games out, being able to have that winning mentality, you know, those last 5 minutes of a game, you know, in the first half, those last 5 minutes of the second half, so important, so crucial that your leaders step up. They're barking in everybody's ear, making sure, okay, hey, we're going to keep things safe in the back. We're going to make sure we don't make any mistakes. We're going to make the right decisions on the ball because you don't want to give up or concede, you know, with only 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, this certainly the way this first half has gone. You think the T2 get to halftime scoreless? Feel good about that?
I think so, and I think they've you know, conceded the majority of the big chances in this game, and I think that they'll be able to go in and regroup and get a talk from Andrew Greger and, you know, make sure that they're making some adjustments for second half.
Reno out shooting T2 8-3 to this point. 5 corner kicks to T2's 1. Myers sends it forward. Richards fought to win it. Bijev finds Myers on the right. Chance to cross. It was closed down quickly by Espinal, and it is out for a corner kick. An opportunity just before halftime now for T2 from the corner.
Get the big bodies in here if you're T2. Get Ornstill in there. Get Amick in there. Expect that your strikers, Obobasi is going to be able to hopefully get on the end of one of these.
Mohammed will take this corner. Drives it to the back post. Ornstill trying to head it across and was unable to. 2 minutes of stoppage time, minimum 2 more minutes in this first half.
Ladies and gentlemen, the recording official on the sidelines indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time in the first half. 2 minutes.
Hammock behind Myers. Espinal. Myers closes him down. Espinal did well to get away from Chance Myers. And then Orange still takes it from Hoppino. Morel sends it forward, draws a foul. Reno will bring the center backs forward for what could be the final chance of this half. Weehan drives it to the back post. Ockford is there, Richards as well. And a foul called, I believe, on Reno before the header. Former Timber, former T2 player Brent Richards, the opportunity.
Yeah, T2 fortunate there.
And that's it. 45 minutes of scoreless soccer. T2 and Reno 1868, first ever matchup between these two teams. Reno an 11-4 advantage in shots, but T2 kept them off the board. Jeremy Bobisi, Omar Mohammed having a little chat about what they'll do after halftime, but T2 heads into the break scoreless at the half with Reno 1868. We'll have first half highlights and the second half kick on the other side of halftime. We're scoreless from Providence Park.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track.
Oh, hey. She's cute. Nice going, man.
Things are going great for you.
You've earned a night out.
Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
raise the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars, innovative technology, and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
We're back at Providence Park in Portland, Oregon. It's a hot summer night. Portland Timbers 2, Reno 1868 FC scoreless after the first half. Well, Jake Zivin alongside Nat Borchers back with you, our broadcast booth above the pitch here at Providence Park. A first half that started out, I think, with some action, Nat, maybe settled down towards the end. It was Reno that was the team in control for most of the half, but neither team able to score.
Yeah, Reno really creating some problems for the Timbers just based on their possession, based on their ability to get numbers forward into the attack, and Dane Kelly obviously being a very dangerous player.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights. Again, some action early on. Kendall McIntosh, T2 keeper, called to work pretty much right away as a little giveaway here, and Reno almost takes advantage. Dane Kelly, Andre Hopino, towards Darwin Espinal, and McIntosh was able to make the save. This play actually was called back for offside, but McIntosh putting in work with his feet. Now, again, Reno, an opportunity. This time it's Michael Amick playing hero, you could say. I think Jimmy Ockford thought he had a goal. Absolutely.
Amick does a great job here, laying out, gets his foot in front of the ball. You have to do this as a defender sometimes. It's called emergency defending.
Jimmy Ockford, 2 goals this season. Came just short of having his third. T2 with a good chance. I think they're best of the half. Through Chance Myers, first teamer, making his first appearance back from injury. Couldn't quite find Jeremy Abobasi, but that was the most dangerous T2 look.
T2 doing a great job of just getting the ball switched quickly. Chance Myers with an excellent cross across the pitch. A shame nobody can get a foot on it.
Jeremy Abobasi did some good hold-up play, I think, in that first half. This, a spectacular save, you could say, from Kendall McIntosh. It was odd. This foul was brought back after about 10 seconds, the other side of the field. Chris Wehan came up just shy of a goal for Reno, and we're scoreless after the first 45 minutes. Both teams out on the pitch. There will be one substitution for T2. This was planned as Chance Myers' first start back from injury goes just 45 minutes, and he comes off for Harold Hansen, the 17-year-old, at right back. Take a look at the stats from the first half in this match. 10-4, Reno out shooting T2. They had the majority of the possession in the match as well. 5 corners to T2's 2. More passes, better passing accuracy, but ultimately, as we just showed you, both teams unable to find the back of the net.
And it's difficult to do this, Jake, but if there's an opportunity for T2 to press high and disrupt the rhythm of the Reno team, just push the numbers high, make sure they're not able to play out of the back so easily, I think that can be the difference in this game.
T2 will begin the match. And the second half underway now between T2 and Reno. Left side to Kyle Pjornathan. Bijev does well to keep it away from LaGrassa. Cicerone floated in an offside position. Bijev will take it himself. He can hit it from distance. He does, and he wins an early second half corner kick for T2. Matt Bersano back in state of most of his college ball, played at Oregon State. Now in town with Reno 1868. Here's Mohammed sending it into his box. Oh, it might fall to Orange still, who couldn't get the touch on goal. Very similar to early in the first half where T2 caused some problems off a corner kick. Reno unable to clear immediately. T2 unable to take advantage. Bijev at the end line. Ran out of play.
Mohammed with a fantastic ball in here. Just a teasing ball right on top of the 6. Unfortunately, nobody can get the foot on it. Those are the kind of balls I would lust after as a center back.
On the corner?
On the corner. Only chances for me to score on the set piece.
Scored some big ones that way, though.
Every now and again.
Ebobasi is through. Ebobasi sends it wide. It's been an active start to the second half for T2. That was a real chance for Jeremy Ebobasi.
Ebobasi really just able to get in behind the center backs here. Get an opportunity on his left foot, favored foot. Can't get it on goal.
He does like that left foot, Jeremy Ebobisse. Scored one of the goals of the tournament in the Under-20 World Cup in South Korea against New Zealand in the U.S.'s 6-0 round of 16 win. Had 2 goals in total in that tournament. Reno sending it in. Kelly chests it down. Nice turn from Dane Kelly into the belly of McIntosh. Bjornathan Mohammed, what a back heel. Nutmegged Richards to get it to Bijev. Now Bijev cuts inside. How about the skill there from Omar Mohammed? Low. Mohammed wasn't making the run. Richards cut it off anyway. Kelly looks for Kasipli. Hopino is onside. Can he bring it down? Bjornathan recovered. Still there maybe for Reno. Looking for Kelly. Poked away by Granito. Only as far as LaGrassa. Espinal to the back post. Looking for Hopino. Bjornathan had to get a touch to it. It was dangerous inside his own 6-yard box, but he sent it out for a corner.
Bjornathan up to the task here, puts a foot out. This is a sure goal for Reno if he does get a foot to this. Well done.
He had a busy day last week against Oklahoma City, cleared it twice off the line. Here's Weehan to take the corner. Again, floats it into the area. McIntosh, strong hands. He wants to go quick. Into space for Mohammed. Closed down by Hopino. Mohammed goes down. Call not given. Kasipli. Bjornathan knocks it down for Mohammed. Gets around LaGrassa. Kasipli plays it out. Bjornathan throwing it long towards Bijev. Tried to flick it on to Mohammed. Went to Ockford. Good skills from Kasipli, former teammates of Terrell Lowe. Jordan Morel. Espinal back to Morel. Cross driven in. Kelly tried to bring it down. Lowe was able to sweep it clear. It's a giveaway from Reno. Ebobisse might be able to take advantage. Has Cicerone on the right. Bijev in the middle. Cicerone keeping it himself. Cicerone towards Ebobisse. Richards read it and swept it away. And then Lowe is fouled by Kasipli at midfield. Mohammed turns. Wide to Bjornathan. Bjornathan's cross. Ebobisse's header is just wide. Another good look for the rookie.
I think it's obvious the speed of play has been a talking point from Andrew Greger at halftime. Things are much quicker for T2. Great cross there from Bjornathan. Almost chance there.
Still looking for his first goal as a member of the Timbers organization. Jeremy Ebobisse. He's played now in his 3rd match with USL, in the USL with T2. Has 1 appearance with the Timbers Played briefly against San Jose on May 9th at the end of that 3-0 loss. Also appeared in the U.S. Open Cup for the Timbers against Seattle in what was more of a kind of T2 versus S2 type of game. Cicerone cuts inside, battling with Casipli, who won it. Rather, it was Espinosa who won it. T2 gets it back. And a foul called, delayed whistle, as Michael Ratchik waited to see if advantage would materialize. And a set piece now for T2.
It's well won by Terrell Lowe there. Battles in the midfield. That's what he gets paid to do, really. Just win those 50-50 challenges, get possession back for his team. Now an opportunity for T2.
Omar Mohammed over it. Richards, a defensive header. Mohammed heads it back down. Richards gets it to Kelly, who turns around Granito. Has Hopino making a run, sends it wide to him. Hopino tried to find Espinal. It's broken up by the 17-year-old, Harold Hansen. Richards cuts inside, looks for Casipli. It almost snuck past Lowe, it did. Casipli curling on his return to Portland. Seth Casipli has put Reno up.
Casipli's coming to play tonight. Excellent run down the channel there. Is able to turn on his left foot, hit it far post. That's a class goal in any league.
Second goal of the season for Seth Casipli. I don't think Brent Richards will get an assist because Terrell Lowe got a touch, which is certainly too bad for him, you would say, as those two couldn't write a better script on their return to Portland. They played with T2 the past 2 seasons. They come back for the first time as members of Reno 1868. And again, while Richards probably won't be officially credited with an assist, it's Richards and Casipli that combined for the first goal of this match.
Now it's about the reaction from T2. Goals change games, so they're down a goal. These are the opportunities to really react, make sure that they're getting an opportunity now to go score, because these are the best times to score after you've been scored on.
Lowe battling with LaGrassa. Casipli threw for Hopino. Amick got a touch. Reno upset over a non-call. We play on.
It's a strange one there, Jake. The linesman actually went to raise his flag, and then he put it down immediately. Ian Russell off his bench yelling for a red card against Amick.
Kelly wide to Espinal. Morrell. Bjornathan heads it clear. Mohammed for Ibobasi. Under heavy pressure from Ockford. Ibobasi turns inside. Through to Bijev. Bijev is dispossessed. Reno sitting back now with a 1-goal lead. Warren still a big switch towards Bjornathan. Brings it down. Mohammed. Granito. Mohammed. Bijev trying it from distance, took a deflection. I think it's a handball on Jeremy Bobasi that's called.
Going to be difficult for T2 to create chances now. You're seeing Hopino pushing back into the midfield line to defend now. Reno playing kind of a Christmas tree shape for defense with a back four, a 3, a 2, and a 1 up top with Kelly. Very difficult to break a team like that down.
T2 will make its second substitution of this match, and it'll be a swap up top. Augustine Williams will come out of the match, or will come into the match, excuse me. Jeremy Ebobisi will come out of the match. So a pair of 20-year-old strikers swap in and out. Ebobisi, or rather Williams, is called for a foul immediately after coming on for Ebobisi. Andrew Kreger doesn't like the call. Augustine Williams had started 8 of the last 9. The only match he missed was the one against the Real Monarchs a couple weeks ago, which many T2 regulars missed because they were getting ready for the Timbers US Open Cup match against Seattle, so they were rested that weekend. But Williams not getting the start today. Instead, it's Ebobisi. You have to figure those guys have kind of an internal position battle. Here's Dane Kelly for Reno, running past Amick. Kelly sending it across, just out of the reach of Hopino.
Kelly getting his legs about him a little bit, just running it. Michael Amick here able to get to the cross line. Dangerous cross across the goal.
Richard sends it forward, shouts for a handball. It's given. He doesn't like the call. Antoine Hopino, 26 years old, first season in Reno. 5 goals, all have come since May 24th in the past month. Lowe was closed down quickly, and he appears to be in some pain.
Looks like Terrell Lowe just might have gotten stepped on here a little bit, twisted his ankle over. Not sure. Don't want to see this if you're T2.
Reno, meanwhile, will make a substitution while Lowe is down. It's Luis Felipe coming on, and Starwin Espinal coming off. Luis Felipe Fernandez, his full name goes by Luis Felipe. He's played in 6 matches this season, started once as a goal and an assist. Last year he was with the Fort Lauderdale Strikers in the NASL. Led their team in minutes played, was a nominee for the NASL Young Player of the Year, didn't win that award. Signed last month for Reno. There's Terrell Lowe. Now off the pitch. T2 temporarily playing down a man as Lowe gets treatment from Timbers athletic trainer Taichi Kitagawa. Hopino. Couldn't keep it in play. And it doesn't look like Terrell Lowe is going to be able to continue in this match, so Andrew Kreger is going to have to use his 3rd substitute with almost a half hour to go. Ball stayed in play. Kasipli already has one. Here's Kelly. Luis Felipe saved by McIntosh, keeping it a one-goal game.
Substitution for T2 into the match.
So here's a sub. It's Jacob Montez, Timbers Academy member, 18 years old. He's played 3 of the first 4 matches this season. This is his first appearance since then.
This is such a good save from Kendall McIntosh. Coming to his left-hand side, he gets down, gets low, makes the block on that shot. Fantastic save. Not many keepers can do that.
Corner sent in. Montez's first touch immediately after coming on is to get it to midfield. Another cross to deal with for T2. Kelly knocked it down, still in the area. Bjornathan clear only as far as LaGrassa, who swung and missed. Second chance is just over the bar.
Little scrum in the box there with the ball. Ball gets kicked out. Couple of bites of the apple for LaGrassa.
Nice cut from Bijev. Now Bjornathan. Richards closed it down and won it for Reno. Montez slides in. Luis Felipe avoids him. Not on the same page with Hoppino, but T2 gives it right back to Reno. Weehan wide to Kelly with space on the right. Kelly, one-on-one with Amick. Back to Luis Felipe. And another corner kick is coming for Reno.
Kelly finding a lot of space here on this right-hand side this half. He's been 1v1 with Amick quite a bit.
Sipley floats the corner in over the head. LaGrassa, another chance. Oh, it caught McIntosh wrong-footed for a moment. He spilled it, but was able to get back on it before Jordan Morel could tap it in. It's 3 chances in a row, though, for Matt LaGrassa on that far post, top corner of the box. Amick. Was maybe a little too much from him. It's okay in the end. McIntosh driving it towards Bjornathan, who wins the header with a corner for Williams. Ockford pulled out. Williams crossing it in over the head of Cicerone. Weehan sends forward, and it's past Antoine Hoppino. Amick forward. Ockford won the header. Got around Williams. Hoppino. Kelly, he's been on the right in this second half. He's running at Amick. He cuts it back. He looks for Hoppino. Now it's Luis Felipe. Switch towards Kasipli. Reno will be able to reset. Hoppino. Kelly. Another corner kick. Looked like it was gonna be one, but McIntosh quickly pounced. The ball stayed in play. Quick distribution for McIntosh. He's looking for Williams in the corner. It's not a bad ball Williams dealing with Richards, holds him off. Bijev. Cicerone is fouled, and a set piece opportunity coming for T2.
It's twice now we've seen Augustine Williams get into that channel over there on this near side and be dangerous and just hold the ball up for T2. That's really what they need. That's really what he's getting paid to do up there.
It'll be William Bijev over it. Didn't get it past Dane Kelly. Reno might be able to take advantage. Hoppino blazing down the middle. Hansen was able to cut it off.
Hansen's done well there. Got back in the position to defend.
Bjornathan down the line for Williams, or rather Mohammed. Mohammed one-on-one with Richards. Mohammed cuts inside. It's still Mohammed, and Luis Felipe just sends it to safety. But it is a corner kick coming for T2, their fourth of this match. Granito will take this one. It's dangerous in Bersano, a punch clear. Montez. Sipley read it. Marino's off to the races. Weehan behind Hansen. Hansen trying to recover. It's still Chris Weehan. He cuts it back. Now finds Kasipley. Kasipley blocked by Granito. Kelly has it now. Kelly looking for the back post, and he blasts that out well wide of the net.
Hansen does well to track back here on defense. Forces the ball across the middle. Sipley with a chance. In the end, everything's okay for T2. Got to be careful on these counterattacks, especially now that T2 is having to push.
Reno making a substitution. That means that Romario Williams will go into next week as USL's all-time leading goal scorer. Is USL's current leading scorer this season, as USL's all-time leading goal scorer Dane Kelly is subbed off. Brian Brown coming on. So T2 holds Kelly off the scoreboard.
I'm breathing a sigh of relief if I'm the center backs here for T2. I think Kelly has been very dangerous both halves, and especially in the second half, coming down and creating from this right side.
Hoppino was offside. Bjornathan to Mohammed. Mohammed cuts around Richards, keeps it in play. Back to Bjornathan. Taken away by Luis Felipe. Williams. Ockford defends it well.
Looks like Bjornathan just going over the top there. Oh, lands awkwardly. Not sure if he landed on his hip or his shoulder, but definitely a difficult way to land. Just loses himself a little bit in the air.
He's walking it off. Harold Hansen. He was trying to get it to Cicerone. It's right to Morel. T2 has it. Granito under pressure from Brown. Does well to keep it and find Hansen in the corner. First time ball in, cut out by Griffiths. Still not clear though. Granito. Now Bjornathan. Now it's Bijev. One-on-one with Richards. Bijev right at Bersano.
Bijev with the chance here. Just cutting in on his favored right foot. Hits the ball with some nice pace, but right at the goalkeeper, unfortunately.
Hoppino. Weehan cuts around Hansen. Kasipli looking for Brown. Got over Amick. Brown wasn't ready for it. It's out for a goal kick.
Amick's got to be careful there. Brown just playing off his outside shoulder in the space where most strikers like to play if you're a defender. Can't lose track of him, especially on dangerous crosses like that.
Ian Russell, former San Jose Earthquake, among some other teams. In charge of Reno 1868 in their first season. Looking for a 6th win. The first 18 matches. First 13 matches, rather it would be. Richards down the line for Brown. Brown, here's a chance for Hoppino, and he skied it in the area. Well, Reno probably feels like it should be 2-0, or at least testing McIntosh there. Luis Felipe got around Montez, gave it away. Here's Cicerone. And he wins a corner kick. Corner sent in. Kasipli, a defensive header, only as far as Granito. He floats it back in. Bersano has to catch, and he does. That is the goal scorer, Seth Kasipli. Appears to be cramping up.
Nice in-swinger here from T2. Kasipli goes up. Looks like he lands a little awkwardly. Seems as though he's got some sort of a leg cramp. I'm surprised we haven't seen a little bit more of that in this game, Jake, just based on the heat and, you know, that's as hot as that turf can get days like this.
Yeah, it is really hot. It's 89 degrees right now. And the turf's been out of the sun for the entire match, so almost 2 hours now. It's about 95 a kick.
Yeah, thank goodness for that if you're a player. You definitely want to see that sun go down and things cool off just a little bit here.
Yeah, we knew that tomorrow night's Timber Sounders game moved from 1 to 7:30 for that reason. You played in some of those matches last summer, summer before on Providence Park, where it's so hot, midday, sun's beating down. How much of a difference did it make?
Fantastic difference. You know, and I remember a game last summer, you know, midday game, and it was just so hot out there, and you just, as a player, you just can't recover. You know, you're just sweating the whole time. Your feet are on fire. You just really can't get into a rhythm of the game. You're just really trying to survive the game and really not play and enjoy it.
Hammock sends it out. Ian Russell's hydrating. Hot summer night in Portland. Kasipli turns, gets it to Morrell. Cicerone battling, takes it away. Granito direct for Williams over the top. Williams might be behind Ockford. Ockford recovered well. Oh, he slipped, got a foot to it. Here's Bijev. Wide to Williams, poked away by Griffiths. And then Hansen loses it.
Yeah, Oxford's done really well there. Really thought Williams had him beat for a second, and he was able to just recover and get a foot on that ball.
LaGrassa steps up to intercept. Kasipli wanted it. Granito broke it up. Cicerone. Granito. Big switch to Bjornathan. Montez around Kasipli. Montez waited too long, broken up by Griffiths. Cicerone. Williams let it go to Bijev. It was clever. We play on. Hopping out into space for Brown. Luis Felipe bombing down the middle. Brown leaves it for him. Luis Felipe has made it to a lightning quick counter from Reno, and that may just put it out of reach.
Reno just hitting T2 here on the counter. Brown spreads wide to get the ball. Not enough recovery from T2. Luis Felipe keeps it low. Good finish.
Second goal of the season for Luis Felipe. The second assist for Brian Brown. And an ecstatic traveling section. Reno 1868 FC provided the soundtrack to tonight's match. Handful of supporters that made the trip up here to Portland. And substitution now for Reno. This is the final substitution of this match.
Substitution for Reno. Into the net, number 8, Mackenzie.
It'll be Mackenzie Pridham coming on. And Seth Kasipli coming off. So Seth Kasipli, in his return to Portland, has what stands now as the go-ahead game-winning goal. Here's Brian Brown. Luis Felipe. Brown sends it over. Weehan, Warren still pressures, Weehan gets by him. Looked like Pridham was offside, and he was. Mohammed. Oh, dangerous. That was a cross. Comes off the crossbar. It's a goal kick in the end.
I think that one had everybody fooled here. Mohammed with the cross. Just thought it might trickle over into the back of the net.
Can't imagine he was trying to put it on goal.
Yeah, if he would have scored that, he would have said otherwise.
Yeah, Omar Mohammed almost snuck it in. Williams fouled by Ockford. Tomas Granito over the restart. Drives it to the near post. It got through to Bijev, who wasn't ready for it, and he kind of knocked it down. Granito wide to Hansen.
Looks like Hansen just using his body there. Very unfortunate to not get the call there, to even get called for a foul there.
He's the youngest player on the field, but as we've seen from him, he's not shy. Physical player, just 17 years old, 5'9", 160.
Not very small in stature either.
Yeah, built certainly like a tank. Speedy, right back. Spent some time with youth national teams. Signed by T2 before this season.
And I'm just curious, Jake, what were you doing when you were 17 years old? Because I certainly wasn't playing at a high level of soccer like this.
I was getting cut from my high school team. That's what I was doing. It's direct for Montez, or rather Cicero. And Cicero was offside. It was a different world development concern when you were 17 to what we have now with academies and the ability to even sign at a USL team at that age, which was, you know, few and far between. See a couple players that young in MLS back then, but it was quite rare. Talk about this more in a moment, the development of soccer in the U.S. as Brown comes forward. Orange still gets a touch and then sends it clear. As you've seen the development, the changing in American soccer, and specifically how players are developed over the past 15 years. What have your impressions been?
Yeah, back in my day, there was Project 40. That was when you saw guys like Kyle Beckerman come into the league, Landon Donovan, under 17 class of players who really just bypassed college and went straight into the pros. And it was a different world back then, because I think for guys like me, we went to college. That was what we did to get into the pros. You went to college first, then you went to the pros. Now these guys are starting their development at a younger age, 17, 18, 19 years old. And it's great for the sport. It's great for Major League Soccer.
Chasing after it. Williams is a guy that's just on the path that you're describing.
Absolutely. And you want to see these guys get minutes at this level, learn about winning and losing at this level, learn about the physical nature of this level, because it'll only make them better when they get and they become better at a younger age than they would in the previous era, such as mine.
Mohamed to the back post. So over everybody's head, Cicerone trying to keep it in play. He does. It's poked out for a T2 throw. Bijev sending it towards Williams. Bersano off his line. This is a very young T2 team. Average age at the beginning of the season, 20.8 years old, just under 21 years old, the youngest that they've been. Granito sending it for Cicerone. Brings it down. Bijev making a run. Cicerone's going to take it himself. Now Bijev will hit. Basically swung and missed. Granito settles. Granito the volley. Bersano with the save. Hasn't been called upon much today, Matt Bersano. Comes up with the save there.
Nice little hit from Granito. Encouraging to see T2 trying to finish up this game with some energy, creating some chances.
We head towards added time. There'll be 2 minutes, minimum of 2 minutes left in this match. Opano is fouled by Omar Mohamed.
2 minutes.
And a late corner kick for Reno 1868. Certainly no urgency for them. Opano. Reno content to keep it near the corner. Brian Brown now brings it there and wins a throw. Now it's given away. Here's Brown. Luis Felipe already with one. McIntosh stumbled, but made the save. Horn still. Richards a header. Maybe time for one final push into the box for T2. It's Augustine Williams sending it across. It's Griffiths getting it clear. Mohamed nutmegs Richards. Mohamed to the back post. He did everything well until the cross sent it over everybody. Cicerone. Broken up by Reno. And that is the final action of this match. Well, Reno 1868 on their first ever trip to Providence Park take a 2-0 win over Portland Timbers 2. Reno improved to 6-4-3, 21 points this season, pending other results from around the Western Conference. That'd be good for third place in the West, at least heading into this match. Portland Timbers 2 fall to 1-13-1, still just 4 points this season. Let's take a look at our highlights from this match. All start in the second half. Early on, T2 with some opportunities to take the lead. Jeremy Bobasi, a good chance off ahead.
Very opportunistic from T2 here. Thought they were going to come out, and really take the bull by the horns. Great chance here in the opening.
In the 54th minute, just a couple minutes after that, Reno finally breaks through. It's former T2 player Brent Richards playing it forward to former T2 player Seth Kasipli, who gets the goal on his return.
Just fantastic control here from Kasipli. Wins the ball, turns, left-footed shot, side netting, fantastic finish.
I know Kasipli Richards will feel good about that one. Luis Felipe, nice save from Kendall McIntosh. He had a decent amount to do today and made a few fine saves.
He acquitted himself quite well tonight. Great save, getting down low to block that one.
Nothing he could do, though, late in this match as Luis Felipe on the counter in the 82nd minute puts it to bed. Brian Brown with the assist.
Yeah, and these are the counterattacking moments you just don't want to see if you're T2. Caught him on the counterattack. Nice finish from Luis Felipe. Game, set, match.
Well, the next home game for Portland Timbers 2 will be on July 9th when they host Los Dos LA Galaxy 2. That match is a 2 p.m. start right here at Providence Park. You can get tickets at timbers2.com. Next match for T2 will be next Saturday, playing at Orange County. 7 p.m. start. Reno, meanwhile, hosting Didier Drogba and Phoenix Rising on Friday. 7:30 start at Greater Nevada Field in Reno. Reno will have a happy trip home to Nevada after another win for them. Again, they improve to 6-4-3 this season. Well, for Nat Borchers, for our entire crew here at Providence Park on a hot Saturday summer evening in Portland, I'm Jake Zivin. Thank you for tuning in to this match. Final score, Reno 1868-2, Portland Timbers 2-0. Have a great night.